Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Victoria, and in today's reading, we're going to be looking into your destiny. So basically, we're going to be seeing who you're meant to become in this lifetime and what role you're meant to play. So I have 4 cards here. Here's card 1, card 2, card 3, and card 4. If you need more time to decide, pause the video. I have timestamps listed below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with the first card. Hi, Group 1. So if you chose this stone, then this is your reading. Okay, so we're going to start off with this Major Arcana card that I pulled for each of the groups. And this is going to sort of serve as like an archetype for who you're destined to become in this lifetime. So let's see what you got. We have the moon. Okay. Interesting. So for this coming out as your destiny in this lifetime, this is telling me that you are meant to get more in touch with your internal world within you. Maybe you're the type of person that is more focused on external matters like material goods, money, housing, that type of thing. And maybe there's not enough of a focus on what's going on within you. So I think that's going to be a major theme that you find happening for you in your lifetime, that you're meant to discover like the world that's within you as well, not just the world outside of you. Okay. So we're also going to take a look at your oracle cards and then we'll get into the tarot. So we have Befriend the Word Polarize, card number 25. And again, I haven't even seen these cards, but like polarize, again, that just kind of takes me back to the polarity between the internal and external worlds. Ooh, oh my gosh. We also have 12th house with surrender. And this is all about your internal world as well. This actually goes perfect with the moon. Flowers. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. And then we also have healing, card number 66. And we have trust. And it looks like there's moths on this card. And moths, they only come out at night, right? When the moon is out. So I'm getting a very strong theme for you guys. It's very nocturnal. It's very deep. It's very internal as well. There's a need for you to explore more of your internal landscape in this lifetime. You're meant to go within. But with this flowers card, I'm not taking this super literally. You don't have to work with flowers. You can if you want, if that's something that appeals to you. But with flowers, I'm mainly getting that being in touch with nature as well will really like help you to go within, because when you're out in nature, you get away from the busy life, that's filled with, fast-paced social activity and parties and events and all of that. You're able to take this time. That's really what I'm getting here. There's this connection. I think you'll have an easier time doing this when you're out in nature. So if that's something that you feel is helpful for you, then definitely do that. Maybe even being around flowers specifically. Stop and smell the flowers. But anyway, we also have this trust card. So this is telling me that you guys maybe need to have more trust in your journey. Maybe you're too... I think you guys can get like overly focused on plans. Like you're like, oh, I need to achieve this and that by this time, and I need to be at this place in my life at this age, and, that type of thing. But you don't have to be so controlling about it. I feel like just trust your journey, and know that everything is going to work out the way that it's meant to. I feel like it's just way more important for you guys to really check in with yourself internally and see what's going on with that. Because I feel like maybe in the past, you guys have really neglected your internal self. And maybe that's resulted in some negative consequences for you guys. Maybe that ended up, with you becoming more walled off or more detached, from your emotions, right? Something like that. But there's a need for you to put more focus and attention on that side of yourself. Yeah, because we also have card 66 here with healing. If you don't do this, then like, how are you meant to heal? Like, you really do have to give that attention and focus to your inner life as well, so you can heal everything that you've gone through. Because again, I feel like if you don't pay attention to this side of yourself, it just stays like kind of stagnant. Like I said, like either you're walled off or become like detached from your emotions, but then the healing that needs to take place just never happens because you're not going within. And even on this card as well, we have the 12th house with surrender. And I would know all about this because I have a 12th house stellium in my chart. So I go deep. I can get deep. But on this card, it also says the subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, forgiveness, baggage, trance states, the unseen, healing, spiritual development, guilt, prayer, and Akashic records. So you guys need to get more in touch with this side of yourself for sure. And with this card, befriend the word polarize. Yeah, you can embody both things. Like, you don't just have to focus on one or the other. You can do both. You can focus on your external world and make sure that all of that is going well for you, but don't neglect your internal environment as well. That needs your focus just as much as the outside. Okay, wow, I was not expecting things to get so deep right off the bat, but let's go ahead and get some tarot as well to see more about your destiny in this lifetime. The Emperor. Not surprised to see that. Six of Pentacles, Queen of Rods, which is the Queen of Wands, Eight of Cups, the Hanged Man, and Temperance at the bottom of the deck. Another thing that I was getting while I was shuffling is that, as you can see, like I said, a lot of these are like nighttime cards. These moths, they only come out at night. And these are, I mean, this is also a nighttime landscape on this card. Then we have the moon, which comes out at night. Then we have the 12th house, which is all about kind of like what's within you. It just reminds me of like the darkness within you, because it's more of the unseen. And yeah, that's what's on this card as well, the unseen. It's hidden in the dark, things that are hidden away that don't really get light shown on them very often. There's a need for you to explore that. And I think there's something here. I think you guys like put too much focus on what is seen, and that's the problem. I think you guys care or you can care too much about appearances to the point where anything that's unseen just ends up being neglected. So maybe you guys are literally concerned with your appearance physically to others, how you come off, what you're doing, what your, I don't know, your status, things like that, like how you come off to others. But just because they can't see like what's going on within you doesn't mean that that's not worth paying attention to as well. Okay, so we have the Emperor here, which definitely goes along with what I was describing before, just because the Emperor is someone who, is focused on building his empire. And I feel like that is like a focus for you guys in your life, but it shouldn't come at the cost of your internal well-being, your mental landscape, your healing, like those things are just as important to maintain. And yeah, so yeah, and that's what I'm getting here with the Six of Pentacles as well, because wow, actually I'm getting that a few times, because as you can see here, we have the scales in this picture. So it's all about making sure that there's a balance in all areas of your life here, and I feel like there hasn't been for you, and that's something that you're going to need to work on within this lifetime. You can't give everything to the physical, your status, your appearance, your money, your things like that, because you're going to end up lacking internally. It's like you can have all the things in the world and be perfect and all of that, but this is, if you just end up like feeling empty at the end of the day, then that's on you, because you didn't work to provide for your inner life as well. So yeah, and I also get that with the Temperance here, because Temperance can speak about moderation and tempering your energies and where you're putting your energy. So there's a need to just keep an eye on that in your life. Let's see. We also have the Eight of Cups with the Hanged Man. So I do feel like there's something or some situation that you're meant to walk away from in this lifetime. It's something where, some type of situation where you've like felt stuck, like you're stuck in a situation, you don't know the way out, and this may or may have not played out for you yet. I mean, we're talking about your whole life as a whole here, so I don't know where you are in your journey, but I think this is important to keep in mind, that it's okay to walk away from any situation where you just feel stuck. Like, you don't have to keep yourself in any situation that you don't feel is good for you. And maybe like you feel like there's no choice, like you don't have a choice. Because I feel like it's going to take some time for you to get to this point where you do end up walking away from something. This isn't like a quick decision for you. Because I think for a long time, I don't know what this is for you specifically. It could be different for everyone. But I think for a long time, you kind of become complacent and you're just like okay with it. You're just like, okay, well, this is my situation. This is the way it is, I guess. Like, I'll have to get used to it. But you're going to realize at some point that you can't do that forever. Like, you're going to get sick of it. You can only do that for so long. So I do see you walking away from something at some point in your life that really just doesn't serve you. But for some reason, you keep yourself in this situation for a while, and I'm not sure why. Like you think that you just have to or something. But I think in you leaving the situation behind, it's going to empower you a lot more. Because for some reason, it's like you felt powerless in this situation. Like you felt like there's nothing you could really do. At some point, that will change. And you're going to leave something behind. And what's interesting is we also have the moon coming out on this card as well. So I do think there's like a connection here. It's like when you do go within, when you do start this healing journey, that's what is going to spark these changes in your life and gives you the courage to walk away from something where you didn't have that before. You just felt like you had to stay stuck in it for whatever reason. So again, another reason to really go within and work on your healing in your inner landscape. And we also have this Queen of Rods in the middle, which is also the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, like I would say out of all the queens, she is the most empowered. So I feel like you're really gaining your strength like back from walking away from a certain situation in your life. Like you're realizing you have a lot more power than you realize. And it's like you're learning that you deserve more in your life compared to whatever situation this is for you. Like you're worth more than that. And you don't have to stay stuck in a situation that you're not happy in. Okay. Gosh, I feel like I just scratched the surface for you guys. And I'm not surprised that I even feel that way because I feel like that is the case for you. Literally, like, because you guys like have barely scratched the surface of delving into your inner world here with this 12th house. Like there's so much more for you to explore and learn about yourself. And don't neglect this part of yourself as well. Spend some more time in nature, work on your healing, work on trusting your journey. Try not to control every aspect of your life. It's okay to just kind of let things flow the way that they're meant to. And I think the more that you work on this, the more strength you're going to gather so that you can finally walk away from a situation that you've been feeling stuck in for a very long time. Okay, group one. So this is all that I have for you. This is what I'm getting about your destiny in this lifetime. This is what you're meant to work on and who you're meant to become. You will still become the emperor that you're trying to be, okay? Like, don't worry about that. That's not even an issue. But you also need to put just as much focus on your internal landscape as well. So that's the main message that I'm getting for you guys. So I hope that resonated. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Hi group 2, so if you guys chose this stone right here, then this is your reading. So we're going to start off with a major arcana card that I pulled for each pile to kind of serve as an archetype for what you are destined to become or destined to achieve in this lifetime. So let's see what you got. We have the Lovers. Ooh. Okay. All right, so I feel for you guys specifically, you are destined to have a true love in this lifetime. And not everyone is destined to have that, right? There are plenty of people that remain alone and die single, but that's not going to be you, okay? So if that's a concern of yours or a worry, you don't need to worry about it. You will have a true love in this lifetime. There is someone that you are meant to come into union with and share this life together with. And what's interesting is that on this card, as you can see, it's just Hello Kitty, and she's holding her big heart, but I don't see anyone else here. So that is telling me that I feel for most of you guys, I don't think that you've met this person yet. Or if you have, maybe you have met this person, but you're not in union with them yet. And so if that resonates for you, then this is definitely your pile. I just don't, yeah, that's really what I get here. Either you haven't met this person yet, or maybe you have, but you're not in union with them yet. So let's go ahead and look into your oracle cards and see what else wants to come out about your destiny. We have Creator of Water. We have Quincux. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. With Complexity. Quincunx. We have Sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. We have card number 99 with Compassion. And we have Reflect. Wow. I'm getting a lot of like water energy here for you guys, which I'm not surprised because, you know, water or cups in the tarot does rule over emotions. So, and emotions also can talk about love. So, but we do have water here. We have the Creator card of water. And then also on this Reflect card, we have two, I want to say they're swans. Two swans kind of intermingling, and there's this watery background behind them. And even like on the Sensitivity card, yeah, there's something very watery about you guys. I don't know if you have water in your chart. You definitely don't have to. But regardless, I feel like you have a very deep emotional landscape and you're a very sensitive person. And I think you probably already know that you are very sensitive to energies. And with this card coming out, I think you need to take more specific actions, like when it comes to that in your life, because you are someone who's very sensitive to others. And as a result of that, you can become more affected than the average person. So you might find yourself getting drained very easily around certain people, or yeah, just something like that. And I think, I think there's a need for you guys to establish more boundaries. That's really what I'm getting with this, because you're such a sweet and kind soul that you do have a lot of compassion for people and you want to be there for people. And so with how sensitive and healing you are, I think, you know, for you, there's a thought like, well, if I can be there for this person, why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I help them if I can? You know, that type of thing. I think you're a very noble person, but you don't want to do it so much like to the detriment of yourself. You know, I think you can really only go so far with that until you need to establish some sort of boundary and pull your energy back so that you can start to fill your own cup back up, right? And then we also have this Quincunx card with Complexity. And it says, irritates, puzzles, mystifies, complicates, contradicts, clashes, misses the mark, requires translation, adjusts, makes curious, educates, transforms. I feel like there's something about you guys that people don't quite understand. And maybe that's something that you notice as well. Like people can't really put their finger on you. They can't really figure you out. There's something complex about you. You know, maybe I think it's very tempting for people to want to just put people in a box like as soon as they meet them. And I've actually had someone tell me tell me this, not in those words specifically, but that they are the type of person that judges someone kind of on the spot and will be like, oh, you're this, you know, type of thing. But, you know, she also told me that she did have an experience where she got checked on that. So she's trying not to be that way. But regardless, I think you are hard for people to like put you into a certain box. You know, it's like maybe they want to and they try to, but they put you in the wrong box at the end of the day. Like it's just never accurate. People can't really figure you out. And I think it's because of your like watery nature here with this water creator and reflect, and I don't know, like your energy is so watery. Maybe you're kind of like a go with the flow type of person. And so it's like kind of like giving me that Pisces energy, you know, and Pisces is the fish. You know, when people try to catch a fish, you know, the fish often like slips out of their hands. And I kind of see that for you guys. You're kind of like that fish. Like people can't really pin you down, you know, as much as they would like to. But I think that's a pretty cool quality to have, you know. You're very mysterious, you're very complex, you know, you're not basic, you know, as much as people might think you are at first glance. No, you have a very deep, rich internal landscape here that there's just so much more to explore when it comes to you than meets the eye. So let's go ahead and get some tarot on this as well. What is pile two's destiny, Spirit? We have the Seven of Wands, Three of Swords, Seven of Swords, the Emperor, Two of Wands, and the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yikes, you guys. Wow, okay. You guys have really been through it, huh? I can see that you've definitely had your share of heartbreak already in this lifetime. I think you're going to find that you do deal with a lot of that before you end up coming into union with your soulmate in this lifetime. Yeah, because we do have the Emperor here. So, like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like most of you guys in this pile, like you are my divine feminines. It's just so feminine. You don't have to be a girl to identify as a feminine, but that's really what I'm getting here is like a feminine energy that I'm talking to. So with the Emperor coming out here, I feel like your divine masculine, he's out there, okay? He's gonna come when the time is right. But here's the thing. You guys have been through so much, and they're not going to come to you when you're in an unhealed state, okay? Like, that's just what I'm getting. They're only going to come into your life when your heart is already full, when you did that yourself. So just keep that in mind, okay? If you don't feel like that's where you're at yet, then they're not ready to come in yet. Because like whenever this Emperor comes into your life, they're going to be a whole ass man, okay? And so you're going to need to be a whole ass woman for you guys to really come together. And that's not going to be the case until you feel like your heart is healed and is whole again. But let's see, we do have this 7 of Wands with the 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you guys have had some really hard experiences in love in this lifetime so far. And this really like hurt you because I see that you have dealt with like some really deceitful people. Maybe they were liars, maybe they were cheaters, you know. I just feel like they were not completely honest with you in some sense. It's like they really thought that they could pull a fast one on you. But here's the thing. This takes me back to people just are not able to read you. Like there's so much more to you than people realize. Like you're so much more deep and complex than they know. And so people will like meet you and they're like, oh, okay. Like they think that they have you figured out. They really don't. Because they think that they can pull a fast one on you, do whatever they want, think that you're naive or whatever. But no, you're going to find out at the end of the day. And yeah, it's going to leave you heartbroken. But you're going to leave them in the dust. Like, they're going to be just as like shocked because they're going to be like, oh my God, like, okay, wow, like that really, okay, so they're not really who I thought they were. Like, not in a bad way, but like, I think you're a lot smarter and more perceptive, you know, than people realize. And so you are not who they think you are. Just because they can't really read you. They can't figure you out. But this is so annoying. Like, this is so annoying that people think that they have you figured out and that they can do whatever to you and you're not going to find out. And no, that's not the case at all. So I do feel like this is something that you guys have gone through, and it's hardened you in a way. Like it's made you become a lot more defensive because I'm seeing you in this 7 of Wands energy, like feeling like you need to put up every boundary, every defense, you know, like you're not gonna try me, okay? Like that type of energy. Like there's no way in hell I got this in place, I got that in place. Like no one is gonna pull a fast one on me anymore. That type of thing. Yeah, and it's led you to also like step more into your Queen of Wands energy as well, coming out here on the bottom. The Queen of Wands is very fierce, you know, she's very empowered. She has no problem being independent and being strong on her own. She doesn't need a man to do anything for her, right? So you have no problem sitting in your Queen of Wands energy because you're not going to let someone do this to you again. You're not going to let this happen again if you can help it. And we also have the Emperor here with the 2 of Wands. I do want to clarify this 2 of Wands. I'm curious because the imagery on this card is so different. As you can see, like he has these 2 wands in the background, but he's not really holding on to either of them. He's just kind of looking out and not really paying attention to these wands. So, and the fact that, I don't know, I'm wondering like, is this the Emperor or is this you? Like, that's what I want to know. Maybe the Emperor is like someone who already has options, you know, like I said, this is a whole ass man here. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's got options. But it's like, yeah, actually, yeah, that is what I'm getting. Because, oh, and look, we have the water here again in this card. He's like looking out across the beach. So much water in this pile. You guys have got to have water somewhere in your chart or something. Something like that. Like, for example, like I don't really have water in my chart, But I do have a 12th house stellium, and I have a Neptune conjunct my rising. So I feel like with the Neptune, I have a little bit of Pisces like flavoring in me. That's what I like to call it. I got Pisces flavor with that Neptune on my rising. So I don't know, maybe there's some Pisces energy here for you guys. Doesn't have to be. I just feel like there's water is a big theme here. So anyway, with this Emperor and the Two of Wands, he's got these two wands, but he's not even paying attention. I feel like he's got options, but like he knows that they're not it. Like I feel like he's actually like literally waiting for you. Cuz like he's got his life together. I feel like by the time that you guys like are coming into union, like he knows what he wants. And you know, whoever he does like have around him, like kind of wanting to be near him, like he knows that there's like something missing there. Like they're not the full package for whatever reason. So the fact that he realizes that and senses that is so powerful. Like he knows exactly what he wants. And I think by the time that you guys meet and come together, he's going to realize that very quickly within you. Like, oh, like you're what I've been missing. You're the package I've been looking for. Like I've had offers, but like they just haven't really been it for me. And the fact that he's like looking out over the water here, he wants this watery element within, like that's what's missing. Maybe these other options, like they don't have this depth and complexity to them that you have. And that's something he's craving in a partner. He wants someone who can go deep. He wants someone who is sensitive and compassionate and caring and kind, you know, like all of the qualities that you embody. You're exactly what he's looking for. And he's not going to settle for less. So you definitely don't have to worry about him finding, you know, someone else before you guys come into union, because he is specifically waiting for you. But like I said, you're not going to come together until you are fully healed and feeling whole again. Like this is how you need to be by the time he comes in. Like look at all the hearts and the sparkles, and you know she's not holding this, right? Like, that's not attractive. Nobody wants that. So yeah, you got to get over this. And then once your heart is fully healed and whole and sparkly again, that's when he's going to see this. He's going to see your big heart and be like, oh my God, you're the one I've been waiting for. You're the one I've been looking for. So they're coming, guys. In the meantime, work on your healing for sure. I feel like you're so kind and caring and compassionate to others. You need to give that same energy back to yourself, okay? Because you deserve that just as much. And I feel like I feel like you guys are kind of rare. There's not a lot of people out here like you. And look at this card with sensitivity. I love all the blue as well. She's like an angel. She's got her angel wings, but look at all the blue as well. Again, going back to that water energy. It's like you guys, this is you. Like you are this earth angel. And there's not a lot of people out there like you. So you can't, unfortunately, always rely on others to give you the same energy that you give to others. It's just not as abundant out there. So this is like why you need to give yourself this energy and compassion and love, so you can heal your heart and get over the past and open yourself back up again to a love that won't hurt you and isn't trying to, you know, get one over on you, doesn't have bad intentions for you. So, wow, group 2, this is crazy. I was not expecting this kind of message to come out for anyone, pertaining to your destiny in this lifetime. But you guys are destined to come into union with a major soulmate, your divine masculine. That is what is destined for you. So keep that in mind, okay? Not all hope is lost. He's out there. He's waiting for you. He's looking for you. But you got to do the work on yourself first, okay, before you guys come together. So group 2, that is what I have for you. I hope that it resonated. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Oh no. Oh my God, pile 3. A YouTuber's worst nightmare just happened to me, and I completely finished a reading and realized at the end that it was not even recording. So awesome. But, here we are. That's okay. We're going to make do and we're going to start over. So, group 3, let's get into it. What is your destiny? It's interesting because with this happening, which this has actually never happened to me before, I haven't made that many videos compared to other people, but still, this has not actually happened to me before. So that's really frustrating, but I do actually feel like this plays into your reading in a sense. So it doesn't surprise me that this happened on your reading. And the main reason why is because I do feel like at some point in your life, something happens where there is a need for you to start from scratch. Kind of like what just happened with me. I had all of this going and I did the whole reading and then it all kind of amounted to nothing, right? I still need to start over and do this again. So there's something similar in your life, I feel, because we have this 3 of Swords, and this is telling me that you do go through some sort of loss in your lifetime. And we have that coming out right next to the Tower. So this really is a very life-changing loss for you. One where you kind of have to start from scratch. You have to start all over again in your life. And maybe at the time it's really painful and you're not sure what you're going to do or how to move forward. But you end up moving forward anyway, just in a very different fashion than how you may have pictured your life going before this happened, right? So specifically for some of you, I was getting that, I hate to get too specific because I know this isn't going to apply to everyone, but I do feel like for some of you, if you have lost a father in your life, that would be a very life-changing event for you, right? Especially if you're younger when this happens and you don't have that support that you were getting from that, parental figure. What are you going to do next, right? So that's a really hard adjustment to make in your life. So I do feel like for some of you guys, you do go through a really tragic event that leads you to having to start from scratch in your life. So that was kind of the parallel that I was getting at with me doing this whole reading, and then it ended up not recording and me having to start over. So I do feel like you guys do have to start over at some point in your life, as painful as that might be for you. And maybe it could be someone else. You don't have to lose your father. Maybe it's someone else. It doesn't have to be a parent or a relative. It could be someone else in your life who's very significant for you. But I was getting that specifically for some of you. Anyway, but going along with that, let me tell you the cards that we have. So we have Rise, and we have Mercury with communication. We have Love, we have the Hermit, and I got a major arcana card for each group, and I kind of wanted that to serve as some sort of an archetype for who you're becoming, or the path that you're meant to take in this life. So you guys got the Hermit, and then we have Spiritual Teacher, Creativity, and this is card number 3. Rise is card number 57, which adds up to 12, which adds up to 3, so you got 3 twice. So that may be a significant number for you. We also have the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. So 3, yeah, definitely is a significant number coming out for you guys. And then for your tarot, we got the 3 of Swords, the Tower, the 2 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, Prince of Cups, and the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So group 3, what is your destiny, right? I feel that you are meant to go on some type of like solo journey in your life. But I do feel like it all sparks from whatever this tragic event is that happens for you. The 3 of Swords, a lot of times when that card comes out, people kind of associate it with romantic love. I'm not really getting that for you guys. That's why I feel like, maybe there's a death in the family for you, or someone really close to you that just changes everything in your life. And because of that, you're having to like pick yourself back up and start from scratch and rise, right? Rise back up, because you start from nothing. I feel like it's like you have a good life, something happens where you just have to completely start over, and that's what sparks you to go on this hermit journey here. So, yeah, I just feel like something's going to spark within you, like this is going to inspire you to take this journey, because I feel like you might not have much left in your life. I just feel like you guys are going to be feeling like, okay, I've lost everything, I'm starting from scratch, what do I do next type of thing. This is the perfect opportunity for me to just go off and do my own thing, and explore what's out there, and discover more about myself. So I'm kind of getting like an eat, pray, love type of thing, type of journey for you guys in a sense. But we also have Mercury with communication, and Mercury rules over Virgo, and we have the Hermit, which is Virgo as well. So some of you guys could be Virgos, or you might have Virgo placements in your chart. You don't have to. But with this Mercury energy, I do feel like there's something that you're going to discover along this journey that you learn and you want to share with others by the end of it. So that's why we have this communication. It's like you're going to want to verbally communicate what you've learned with others. Or with this spiritual teacher, I see some of you guys like starting a business or becoming an entrepreneur, and that will be your way of giving back and sharing your wisdom with others. But I feel like you're not the type of people that just like want to make it like boring and bland. Like with this creativity card, like I feel like you're gonna make it fun. Like people are really going to enjoy like coming to you and learning and taking your classes or seminars, whatever it is that you end up doing. People are gonna have fun with it. And so I think that's going to be a big component of it as well. But with this love card, I feel like you guys have been through so much. And because of that, like you truly understand the value of love, and having that love in your life. So I feel like because of that, everything you do from now on comes from a place of love. It comes from the heart, because you want to share that love with others, because you know how precious it is, and it could be here one day and it could be gone the next, right? So yeah, everything you do comes from the heart, and people really see that and love that about you. But yeah, anyway, we also have this 3 of Swords with the Tower. So I do feel like you guys go through some sort of loss in your life leading up to this hermit journey, where you feel like you really do have to start from scratch. And then we also have the 2 of Swords here. And this is actually super similar to the Hermit card, because she's in the dark. We have the moon here on this card. We have the moon here on this card as well. But as you can see, she's sitting and petting this cat, but both of the swords are down. She's just kind of like sitting in the dark and kind of accepting things for what they are. I think you're going to learn to be more at peace with yourself. You're going to start to enjoy your alone time, I feel, because you realize that there's still so much to gain just from being on your own. You don't have to always be around people and have these like big experiences. No, there's so much to be gained just from sitting in the darkness, in the stillness of the night and being with yourself. But I feel like I really do see this kind of like, I'm seeing like kind of a lot of your life play out here. There's this part of your life where, you have this big loss, and then you decide to go on this hermit journey. And then I feel like after, this is why I'm getting like eat, pray, love vibes, is because like you go on this hermit journey, but then you end up doing some like type of higher learning as well. I don't know if you guys decide to go back to school or learn some type of trade. There's something like that where you kind of go from being alone to being with others again in some capacity. So if you're not going back to school, then maybe you decide to learn Reiki and become a Reiki master, or go to a yoga retreat and learn how to be a yoga instructor. There's something like that where you are learning and gaining some type of like certification here, I feel. But you're going to be around others in the process. And this could be like in another country or something. I don't know why. Like I get that this might be like far away for you. And people might not understand this at first, like, like what are you doing with your life? Like, why are you going to Bali for a yoga retreat? Like I think people are just going to think you're messing around and, just doing whatever and not taking life seriously. But that couldn't be further from the truth. But that's okay, because people don't need to like understand what you're going through. They never will, So I think you actually have a lot more purpose than people think that you do, because whatever it is that you're going to end up doing here and gaining, you're going to have some type of like certification. I feel like you're going to become a Reiki master, a yoga instructor, something like that, whatever it is that you decide to pursue. That's going to lead you to becoming this spiritual teacher and either like starting your own business or becoming an entrepreneur. You're taking this valuable knowledge that you gain and you're doing something with it. So that's really awesome. And then we also have this Prince of Cups here with the Three of Pentacles. So not only are you going to be learning some valuable knowledge, I think you could also be meeting someone very significant as well in whatever this is that you end up doing. Because we have the Prince of Cups here, who's also the Knight of Cups. And we also have a Scorpion on this card. So I don't know if this is going to be a Scorpio person or it could be someone with Scorpio placements in their chart. But this guy, he has a really intense look on his face. So I'm definitely getting Scorpio vibes. So you could be meeting someone. Just keep that in mind. That could be a nice cherry on top at the end of this journey, after everything that you've gone through. And also with this love card coming out, I do feel like you could be meeting a significant love connection here. So there's a lot going on for you here, group 3. But this is all about, what you're destined to do and become in this lifetime. So this is what I see for you. I'm trying to make sure that I covered everything. I'm so sorry that I didn't realize I was recording. It's the worst feeling. But yeah, I do feel like that definitely plays into your reading. Like I said before, like it's very unexpected. I thought I was recording, but I was not, and I had to start from scratch. So I do feel like at some point you guys have to start over again in your life as well. But it's all good because it leads you down a wonderful path full of love and fulfillment and becoming independent and sharing your knowledge with others, which is so valuable and it's going to be very appreciated. So group 3, this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Hi group 4, so if you chose this stone, then this is your reading. And we're going to find out what your destiny has in store for you. So I got a major arcana card for each pile, and this is meant to serve as kind of like an archetype for who you're meant to become or what you're destined to achieve in this lifetime. So you guys got Judgment. Okay. So with this Judgment card, this is so cute. You can see that she's playing the trumpet and there are birds around her. But yeah, so for you guys with this Judgment card, your voice is really meant to be heard in this lifetime. I'm taking this card like kind of literally because she's playing the trumpet, right? And there's like music coming out. So maybe some of you guys are meant to become musicians in this lifetime, but if not that, doesn't have to be that. If not, I feel like your voice is meant to be heard. It's like if not your voice, then like your music is meant to be heard, right? It's something like that. You're meant to make a difference in the world. You're meant to be heard. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to share your messages or your music with others. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys from this card. But let's take a look at your oracle cards as well. So we have, what do you really want? Card number 27. Ooh, we have Pisces, the mystic. We have energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. 26, love partnership. Ooh, we have 26 and 27. Interesting. And we have the observer. Okay, so group 4, what is your destiny in this lifetime? We have a few things coming through here. So you are destined to have a love partnership in this lifetime, if that's something you're wondering about. But we also have energy healing here. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. That's interesting coming out with Pisces, the mystic here, because Pisces can be very healing as well. And we literally have the word healing on this card. So I don't know if you guys have Pisces in your chart or water in your chart. You don't have to, but you do have this Pisces energy. I feel like you guys kind of go with the flow in a sense, especially with this what do you really want card. I think you guys are maybe a little too good at going with the flow to the point where, you know, you're not super great at making big decisions for yourself and deciding what to do in your life. Yeah, because Pisces is the fish, right? So you just keep swimming like Dora. There's nothing wrong with that, but you know, what are you going to achieve in your life at the end of the day, right? Yeah, and then we also have the observer card, which again is a very, what's the word? Very like peaceful energy, you know, where you kind of just sit back and watch. Again, kind of more in action, which is can be a very Pisces energy to me. Yeah, so that's coming through really strongly. Oh, and then with this judgment card as well, sometimes this can be like a call to action card for me. And I think Spirit is really calling you guys to take more action in your life. I think you're really, it's like you guys are just, you get kind of complacent with this Pisces energy, just kind of sitting back, watching life pass you by, which is beautiful, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, what are you going to contribute? You know? Like, I feel like there's a need for you to do more with your life. And if you haven't figured that out yet, this is something that I think you guys are naturally skilled at, if this is something that you would want to pursue. So with energy healing, it says your energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. So you could do so many things with that. You could become a Reiki master. You could become a yoga instructor. There's so many different ways that you could energy heal. So yeah, but here's the thing. With what do you really want? Spirit wants you to figure this out, which is kind of frustrating because if you haven't figured it out, I'm sure you're coming to this reading like, oh, okay, great. What is my destiny? Please tell me. Spirit's like, no, we're not going to tell you. You need to figure it out. So sorry, guys. But I can tell you that there is a love partnership in your life that is destined to come into your life, which will play a significant role for you. But I do feel like you guys are meant to have more than that, not just sit back and watch life pass you by. You're meant to do more. So what do you want to do? That's what it comes down to. Like, what do you really want to do with your life? Because Spirit's like calling on you to take action. Okay, so let's get into the tarot as well and see what else wants to come out. All right, Spirit, what is Group 4's destiny? Ooh, this is kind of a new deck, so I haven't really broken it in yet. Okay, we have the Three of Swords. Oh my God, I feel like it's come out in every pile. It's okay to cry. King of Pentacles. True success isn't just about money, it's about happiness too. Ten of Swords. Hurt people, and hurt witches, hurt witches. Seven of Pentacles. Nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows. Two of Swords. Wake up. What is it that you truly want? Oh my God. The fact that you guys got that twice, that is wild. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Look at you. You're bursting with sparkly new ideas. Okay, so let me finish my tea. Wow, guys, I can see that you've been through a lot here. We have the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords. Wow. With the King of Pentacles. I wonder, have some of you guys like already gone through this love partnership? I wonder if this is talking about one that has like already left you hurt and heartbroken. It could be from this King of Pentacles. Yeah. I wonder like if some of you guys, were you in a relationship with someone that provided for you I wonder, let me know down below, like, was this a marriage for you, or what was this? What happened here that left you heartbroken? Because I do feel like this does play a significant role in your life story here. Like, because for some of you, I could see this being like a marriage, where, you were pretty much being provided for in most areas. And, once this like came to an end, it kind of left you feeling not only heartbroken, but needing to like start over again and not knowing like what to do. It's like you're picking up the pieces of your life and now you're like, okay, now what? Maybe like you guys have never really figured out what you wanted or what you want because you never really needed to. It's like you kind of had, a good situation where you had all your needs met, and you were just kind of fine. You were complacent. But then it's like you guys had the rug just ripped out from under you, and you're like, oh, wait, now what? Now what do I do? So let me know if that's the case for you or how this resonates. Because I do feel like you guys have to start over in some capacity, which kind of forces this question like, okay, what do I want next for my life? And maybe you guys like could have recently gone through this ending with the Ten of Swords coming out in the middle here. It's like you're really having to start over in your life. Maybe you just moved into a new place or you're having to move out. Wow. And that's why this question is so significant because what are you going to do next? I don't know if you figured that out yet. We have this Two of Swords. Now, as you can see, she's like literally at a crossroads here. It says indecisive witch. So which way are you going to go? It says wake up. What is it that you truly want? Oof. I know, just if you guys if you are a Pisces or if you have like Pisces placements in your chart, I know how hard this can be, to be decisive and like take action in your life, because Pisces people are some of the most passive people I've ever met. There's nothing wrong with that, but it can be challenging when it comes down to like you having to like make decisions and take action towards things. So I see you're like kind of coming to a place in your life where you're trying to figure out like what you should put your energy towards. Wow. Oh gosh. I just feel like this is going to be different for all of you. Like, I can't tell you what to do with your life, Like, this is something that you need to figure out on your own. Figure out what sparks joy within you. Like, what is it that you want to pursue moving forward, and what you want to put your time and energy into. I can't tell you what to do. Like, that's just such a big decision. I can't tell you like, hey, it's your destiny to go open up a plant shop. And then you're going to be like, okay, like you go open up a plant shop, but it was never your dream to begin with, like that has to come from you. But speaking of plant shop, I actually do have like 2 different shops coming out here on different cards. So if that is something that you've been thinking about doing, then yeah, go for it. This could be your confirmation right here. If you are like thinking about opening up a shop of some sort. But, obviously I do want to steer you in the right direction as much as I can. So, yeah, like if you're interested in opening up a shop, that looks really good for you. I think, you have such a caring and nurturing nature. I think you would be great at growing plants and selling them to people. But not only that, you are naturally gifted in energy healing. So if that's something you wanted to pursue as well, like I said, like Reiki or yoga, or acupuncture, or something like that. You guys are naturally skilled at healing, so that would be a good path for you as well. But spirit is really like telling you guys, I think you guys are at a really pivotal point in your life. This is interesting because in the other piles, this is talking about your destiny, right? So this is kind of talking about your life as a whole. And just for example, in the last pile, like I was kind of getting like multiple moments within their life, like this happens in your life, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then, but like your reading is so different. And the reason why I feel is because you are at this pivotal point in your life where spirit is like, don't worry about what the rest of your life is going to look like. You need to worry about right now. That's what's important right now. They're really calling on you to take more action in your life to really kind of get you moving in the right direction. But the thing is, it's up to you what you want to do with your life. It doesn't have to be this thing that's like set in stone and like this is your fated destiny. You're going to do this in particular and it's going to work out this way. Like, no, you have more freedom than you may think. So it's really up to you what you want to do moving forward. Obviously, first things first, you need to heal your heart. But that's okay. It's not like, I'm not saying like you need to go put yourself back out there and date again. No, like I can see that you guys are still hurting and that's okay. Like that takes time to heal, heal your heart. So don't worry about that. That will happen with time. Right now, I'm really seeing this is more about what you're going to do with your life next. For some reason, I feel like this was not something you needed to worry about before. Like I said, I don't know if you guys were in a marriage and you were, provided for in some capacity, and now like that's all gone and you have to start from scratch. I'm sure this situation looks different for all of you. But yeah, like I said, you're at a crucial time in your life where you're creating your own destiny right now, which is really cool, but can also be really daunting, especially if you don't know which way to go. So I think for you, it's really important to go within and figure out what you really want moving forward, what you want to do with your life. And just keep in mind your natural talents and abilities. You're such a healing person to be around, and you're very nurturing and caring. So I think any job or career within those qualities that like help bring out those qualities, I think would be really good for you. Like I said, I try to give some examples. You could open up a plant shop like we have here specifically, or it could be some other type of shop where you're helping people, or it could be Reiki or yoga or acupuncture, something where you're helping people. I think you're really good at that. People love your energy. They love to be around you. So anything where you can really be a part of that process and be there for people, I think would be a really good fit for you. But I think, yeah, it's time to get up and start making moves in your life. So that's where we're at. And then we also have this Ace of Swords coming out at the bottom of the deck. And it says, look at you. You're bursting with sparkly new ideas. So just start thinking on it, start coming up with ideas, and then figure out you're a feeler, you're a sensor. I think you'll be able to feel like if something would be a good fit for you. Like, would I be happy doing that? Would that bring me fulfillment? Would that support me and provide for me in the way that I need, moving forward? So, yeah, there's a lot of things to consider right now, but you are going to figure it out, okay? Like, it's got to come from you. You can't outsource all the answers as much as you would like to, because that's just too easy, okay? Like, you got to figure it out on your own. But this is your destiny group 4. You're creating your destiny here. You're the one in charge. You're calling the shots, okay? And Spirit's calling on you to call the shots. So this may not be what you were expecting to hear. It wasn't what I was expecting either. But this is what I have for you, group 4. So I hope that this resonated. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.